All right, everyone, welcome to the lesson on Depop. Now, many of you may have heard of Depop, particularly if you're a younger viewer, 18 to 30 kind of thing. You will definitely have heard of Depop. Now, the last lesson was on eBay, and we are moving on to Depop now, and the next lesson will be on Vinted. So, what is Depop? Depop is a social shopping app. Now, what do we mean by social? Social shopping app, essentially what we want to say based off their marketing strategies, what they market themselves at is, let's say we take eBay, we take Amazon, and we get them with Instagram and then create a baby out of those two. Does that make sense? So it's a social shopping app for buying and selling vintage fashion and handmade items in particular. And that's really important to note is that their main marketing is solely on clothing. And if you want to get involved with clothing reselling, just as we do, it's a must-have app. It really is. So it's very community driven, focused on fashion, sustainability, and creativity. It just creates a really nice base for you to build a fashion, sustainable, focused business off. There are 21 million users. That's a lot of users, particularly when they focus just on, US, UK. Those are their main platforms. I know New Zealand, Australia, they do have that to some extent. Again, 147 different countries. That's a lot of people in a lot of different countries. Again, a global reach is what we mentioned in the eBay lesson. Very popular with Gen Z and Millennials. Like I was saying, if you're 18 to 30 watching this course, 100% you would have heard of Depop. Now, Etsy are heavily investing in Depop to make it one of the higher platforms in terms of the vintage clothing reselling niche is what we're focusing on especially. So you must know about this platform. There are many top sellers. Now, they don't call them top sellers. They're verified sellers, with a tick on there. That's how you know when there's a top seller on Depop. There's many of them growing substantial business. I'm talking about like 6 figures a month, 7 figures, really big businesses. And again, why can't that be you, right? Now, what are the benefits of resellers on Depop? It has a very niche market, so it's focused on unique fashion, vintage items, all of that good stuff. The thing about a niche market, as I'll mention in the cons, is that there's a lot of competition. You will have to stand out somehow. Again, join our Patreon, join our next course. We'll teach you how to stand out rather than be part of one community and all act the same. Does that make sense? Now, the thing about Depop is it offers a good platform for engagement and networking. So you can build a brand really, since it's more of an Instagrammy feel, a social media feel type of selling platform. Um, you have a lot more freedom on building your brand and interacting with buyers, if that makes sense. Now, again, it attracts a specific type of buyer, Gen Z millennial buyers. They're generally more eco-conscious, more about the vintage clothing. You want to buy clothing from maybe when they were born, when their parents were kind of our age, kind of thing, the 80s, 90s. Very eco-conscious buyers who upcycling, reselling. It's a hub for that kind of thing. It really is. Now, again, another benefit is that sellers often grow from small business ventures like what you are right now into large profitable businesses, which is what we want to take you on the next course. Start off small. You can really build on Depop. You can start off small with, just frogging off small bits of items from your own wardrobe into a massive profitable business. Now, again, Depop really does benefit resellers in the sense that you have an increased visibility, 147 countries, as you mentioned, probably growing as well since the writing of this course as well. Really access a global audience. It allows you to market yourself, brand yourself as a real social media platform, and you can showcase your unique style. What do you sell if you're a reworker? Again, I'll mention what reworking is later. You can really build that into your brand and showcase your unique style and build a brand off this particular platform. It is great for that. Again, huge profit potential, zero fees. No one's complaining based off that, apart from a small seller fee of payment fee, sorry. And that gives you the opportunity to turn your passion of selling products, and I'm sure you do have a passion from your initiative on rolling into this course, of turning that passion into a profit. Now, in conclusion, Depop offers a dynamic market, always fast changing, a lot of different things, heavily invested in, as I mentioned, by Etsy, heavily invested in, and offers a chance for you to sell your unique goods. Now, if you're a unique good seller, perfect. So is Etsy as well. But we're not going into Etsy in this platform just because, just generally speaking, it's a more of an advanced platform for people that are really building homemade goods, etc. Again, we'll go into that next course and also a podcast on the Patreon. So Leverage its community, leverage its visibility, and build a sustainable business for future growth from Depop. Next, a little bit of a clickbaity title. Don't worry, it is not clickbait. It is true. Vinted, you will probably get banned from there soon. Again, I'll mention more about it. If you are interested in knowing more about what we are talking about in this title, we'll see you in the next lesson.